The WNBA season has finally arrived, and you're probably wondering who's on the rosters and what is some of the stuff that I need to know about these teams. In this series, I'm going through every single WNBA team and letting you know who made the official rosters and some of the narratives that you may hear throughout the year about these teams. In this video, we're going to talk about the Chicago Sky. General manager and head coach James Wade worked until the last minute to finalize a roster. Currently, the Chicago Sky have 13 players on the roster. I'll tell you why in a second. So here are the players on the 2023 Chicago Sky roster. All right, we have Kristine Anigwe, who is a forward/center, standing at 6'4". We have Morgan Bertsch, a 6'4" forward. Kahleah Copper, 6'1" guard/forward. Dana Evans, 5'6" guard. Rebekah Gardner, 6'1" guard. Isabelle Harrison, 6'3" forward. Ruthy Hebard, 6'4" forward. Sika Koné, 6'3" forward. Marina Mabrey, 5'11" guard. Robyn Parks, 6'1" forward. Alanna Smith, 6'4" forward. Elizabeth Williams, 6'3" center/forward. And Courtney Williams, 5'8" guard. All right, so those are the players who are currently on the Chicago Sky roster. You may have noticed that the Chicago Sky has 13 players currently on their roster. That's because Kristine Anigwe is the Sky's maternity exception player. Ruthy Hebard is still working her way back from maternity leave. And so until Ruthy is fully able to come back, the Sky is able to have Kristine Anigwe play on the roster. The league's maternity policy gets them 13 players that they can have. And one thing to note about the Chicago Sky is, it's basically a brand new team from last year. There are of course, some players who played last year, Copper, Ruthy Hebard, Rebekah Gardner, Dana Evans, but everybody else is brand new to the system that James Wade runs and to the Chicago Sky. And one thing to keep in mind is that Chicago still hasn't had an opportunity to practice with everybody who is actually currently on the roster. Guard Marina Mabrey was late to camp. She won a championship overseas, so she arrived late. She didn't have her full practice with the Chicago Sky until this past Wednesday. So she didn't participate in any of the preseason games, and Marina Mabrey is going to be a core piece to the Chicago Sky team. Also, Elizabeth Williams was out for a significant amount of time during preseason because she was under concussion protocol. Also, Isabelle Harrison, she did play both preseason games, but she is being ruled out for a quote unquote extended period of time because she has a knee injury. So yeah, this team still has not really had a chance to gel with all of its players. And also, Sika Koné is a player that the Chicago Sky just got. Sika was on the New York Liberty training camp roster. She was then waived, and at the very last minute, James Wade scooped her up and signed her for this season. And so Sika is likely not going to play on Friday against the Minnesota Lynx. It won't be until next week that these Sky players actually have a chance to fully practice together and understand each other's tendencies and whatnot. So what Sky fans can expect is a very, very rough first half of the season. Because these players, even though there was a training camp, these players haven't fully gotten a chance to really gel together. Another theme for this year is that this is Kahleah Copper's team, and Copper is going to kind of have a breakout year of sorts. And another player that I think is going to have a really, really great year is Dana Evans. I think she has a good chance of being a Sixth Woman of the Year. My assumption is that she's going to come off the bench, but that she would be one of the first folks off the bench. And she is vastly improved over the years. And I think this season really is going to be Dana Evans' breakout season. Yeah, it's just going to be a very, very interesting year, a very long year. But I think it's likely that the Sky should make it to the playoffs. If anything, they'll probably be like one of the last teams in the playoffs. And it may be one of those situations where they peak at the right time, though it's not likely. I think they barely make the playoffs and they lose right away. Those are my thoughts. But what do you think? What do you think about the Chicago Sky this year? What do you think about all these new faces? Do you think they will gel right away? Do you think it'll take them a couple weeks to gel? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think they'll make it to the playoffs? If so, how far do you think they'll make it? And also let me know what you think about James Wade's last minute GM finagling to make this roster work. Let me know your thoughts. I think Sika Koné is going to be a sleeper for the Chicago Sky. People aren't going to be checking for her, but she's going to be really, really good for us. So anyway, that is the video. If you like this video, like this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And again, I am going over every single WNBA team. And it's quite a bit of work, quite a bit of talking. But I'm doing it because this is what I would want someone to do. And this channel really is doing the things that I wanted to happen for years on YouTube for women's basketball. I want someone to like fully take this on and make relevant videos that are important to women's basketball fans, and not just focus on like the top teams, but kind of do everybody. Because there's a lot of media out there that like, if they're gonna do women's basketball, they're gonna focus on like the top teams and not really focus on the rest. And in this channel, I'm trying to, of course, focus like do some coverage of like the top teams, top players, all that stuff in the college game and also in the WNBA. But I want to make sure that all fans are served by this, and not just fans of like the Aces or the New York Liberty. I want to make sure fans that are fans of the Indiana Fever or the Chicago Sky or, the Minnesota Lynx or Dallas Wings is able to see their team and just hear some commentary about their team. So, yeah, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And until next time, bye.